All right, let's tackle a classic GCSE maths problem. This one's got a bit of everything. Fractions, ratios, percentages. It looks a little intimidating at first, I'll give you that. But trust me, once we break it down step by step, you'll see a really clear path to the answer. Let's jump in.
Okay, first thing you gotta notice is that little symbol. This is a non-calculator question. And what that really means is, it's not just about getting the right answer at the end, it's about showing how you got there. Your working has to be super clear. So here it is, the full challenge. We've got Kasim with 400 jars. We're told that 3/8 of them are empty. Then we get these two different ratios that describe the sizes of those empty jars. And the final goal? We need to figure out what percentage of the total 400 jars are the ones that are both empty and small. Let's start picking that apart. Right, let's think of this like a puzzle. We've been handed a bunch of different clues, and our job is to piece them together in just the right order to get to the solution. So here's everything we've got laid out. The total number of jars, 400. The fraction that are empty, 3/8. Two separate ratios for those empty jars, and a very specific goal. Now pay close attention here. Those ratios only apply to the empty jars, but our final percentage has to be out of the total number of jars. That's a classic trip-up, so we got to keep that in mind.
So, the first logical move here is to turn that fraction, 3/8, into an actual solid number. I mean, we can't really do anything with ratios of empty jars until we know exactly how many empty jars we're even talking about.
We need to work out 3/8 of 400. Now, since we don't have a calculator, the easiest way to attack this is to find 1/8 first. So divide 400 by 8, and then just multiply that answer by 3.
And there we go. 400 divided by 8 is 50. Then 50 times 3 gets us to 150. That's our first big piece of the puzzle. We have exactly 150 empty jars. Let's hang on to that number.
Okay, now for the part where a lot of people can get a bit stuck. We've got these two separate ratios describing the empty jars, and to make any progress, we have to find a way to merge them into one single useful ratio. On the left, you see the ratio of small to medium jars, and on the right, medium to large. The key here, the thing that connects them, is medium. It's the bridge that's going to let us combine these two separate pieces of information.
So, to link them up, the number that represents medium has to be the same in both ratios. Right now, we've got a 4 on one side and a 1 on the other. Well, the lowest common multiple is 4, which is great. It means the first ratio can stay exactly as it is. We just need to scale up that second ratio. So we'll multiply both sides of the medium to large ratio by 4. And boom, just like that, we've got our new, powerful combined ratio. For every 3 small jars, there are 4 medium jars and 8 large jars. Our single ratio is 3 to 4 to 8. You know what? The rest of this problem just got a whole lot easier. We are on the home stretch now. Seriously. We have the total number of empty jars, and we have the combined ratio that describes them. It's time to put it all together and get our answer.
Let's use this table to walk through it. First, let's add up the parts in our new ratio. 3 plus 4 plus 8 gives us 15 total parts. Now, we know these 15 parts represent all 150 of our empty jars. So, what's one part worth? We just do 150 divided by 15, which is 10. Simple. Each part represents 10 jars. And since we're interested in the small jars, which is 3 parts, we just do 3 times 10, which gives us 30 empty small jars. We are so close. But don't rush this last step. It's absolutely crucial. Remember the question? It asks for the percentage of all 400 jars. So we need to figure out what 30 is as a percentage of the grand total, 400. So, how do we calculate this? We have 30 out of 400. Let's simplify that fraction to make life easier. We can divide the top and bottom by 10. That gives us 3 over 40. Now, to turn that into a percentage, we multiply by 100. So that's 300 divided by 40. We can simplify again. Let's cancel the zeros, leaving us with 30 divided by 4. What's half of 30? 15. What's half of 4? 2. That leaves us with 15 divided by 2, which gives us our final answer, 7.5%. You know, when you look back at this whole problem, you realize everything really hinged on that one single move. That middle step, combining the two ratios by finding the common term for medium jars. That was the key that unlocked everything else. It turned what looked like a confusing problem into a simple step-by-step process. And that's how it's done. So, the next time you're faced with a problem that throws multiple ratios at you, what's the first thing you're going to look for? That common term, that bridge that connects them. I promise you, it's the technique that will blow the whole problem wide open. Thanks for joining me.